I want to read to you today from Luke chapter 23, verse 32. It says, "Two others, criminals, were also led away to be executed with him. When they arrived at the place called the Skull, they crucified him there, along with the criminals, one on the right and one on the left. Then one of the criminals hanging there began to yell insults at him. 'Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us.' But the other answered, rebuking him, 'Don't you even fear God, since you're undergoing the same punishment? We're punished justly, because we're getting back what we deserve for the things we did, but this man has done nothing wrong.' Then he said, 'Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom.' And he said to him, 'Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise.'" Man, what a picture of three men nailed to crosses, Jesus in the middle, a man on each side, a criminal on each side. One of them is insulting Jesus. He's like, "Hey, get us out of here. If you're the Messiah, save both of us." And the pain that he had to go through to speak, hanging on that cross, even getting enough breath to speak was extremely painful. And he was fighting through that pain just to try to save himself, to get himself out of there. The other criminal on the other side is defending Jesus. So fighting through that same pain, he's defending this man that he's been crucified beside. There must have been something about Jesus that made him realize this man is special. He noticed that Jesus was perfect, that he must be the Son of God. He even tells the other criminal, "We're getting what we deserve. We are sinners, but this man has done nothing wrong." And so fighting through that pain to do that, there must have been some serious conviction inside that man to fight through the pain to defend Jesus in that way. It's amazing to me too, in Matthew chapter 27, verse 44, it says that both criminals in the beginning were insulting Jesus. So something happened with the one criminal as he spent time with Jesus. So maybe he saw that there was something different about him. Maybe he heard him say as the Roman soldiers were nailing his hands to the cross, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Maybe he thought, if he can forgive those Roman soldiers, maybe he can forgive me. And so there was clearly something special that man saw about Jesus, and he wanted that. He said, "Jesus, remember me when you go into your kingdom." And Jesus promises him that today I will see you in paradise. And so as Jesus came to this earth to preach against religion and earning our way to salvation, it's ironic to me that the last person that Jesus hung out with on the earth was a criminal. And it was a criminal that could not save himself. He was a criminal that could not go help people because his hands were nailed to the cross. He couldn't go serve people because his feet were nailed to a cross. He couldn't do enough good works to earn his way to heaven. All he could do was say, "Jesus, remember me when you get to heaven. You are perfect, and I'm getting what I deserve." And so it's just a beautiful picture of Jesus saying, "That's all I want from my people, is I just want you to trust me and to follow me. Don't try to earn it yourself." And so in the culture of religion that criminal grew up in that Jewish culture, where there were so many laws and so many rules to follow, he knew that he couldn't do that on his own. So crying out to Jesus was our only hope. And that's still true for us today. So the question for you today is, which side of the cross are you on? I want to read to you today from Luke chapter 23, verse 32. It says, "Two others, criminals, were also led away to be executed with him. When they arrived at the place called the Skull, they crucified him there, along with the criminals, one on the right and one on the left. Then one of the criminals hanging there began to yell insults at him. 'Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us.' But the other answered, rebuking him, 'Don't you even fear God, since you're undergoing the same punishment? We're punished